great art direction or a great story and gameplay, which one are you guys going to go for?
I gotta go with story and gameplay. At the end of the day, my eyes can kind of adjust to if something looks weird. But if I'm gonna be like, this looks like a masterpiece, but the story is a snooze fest and the gameplay is just either boring, I'm gonna drop it. At the end of the day, most like games and most stories that you're gonna want to, you're gonna be like, what happens next? Right? Because we can always say, well, this looks ugly, this looks weird, this looks terrible. But at the end of the day, it's like, but that story though,
Right.
you know?
And I have a story when he gets done sharing.
Well, you know me. On one half, I do like being able to use my eyes to see things and see stuff that looks appealing. But at the end of the day, I do want to.
Oh, ladies, man, I see
Hey,
you.
listen. I'm just saying, like, look. Shout out to the blind community. I love you guys. And that's why I'm going to go with story and gameplay. Well, you thought I was going to say something controversial? Like, nah, we like nothing but good-looking things. The story, the gameplay, that can stand to the side.
Right,
Of course
no,
not.
it can't.
My whole thing here is I'm always about gameplay. I'm always about, trying to pursue those narrative, those interesting narratives, so to speak.
Right.
And that storytelling, funny enough, it doesn't have to just be words that are spoken. It can just be through the gameplay itself, or even through the art direction and through the environmental storytelling.
Right.
Because if you look at it, right? Because I have the Metal Gear Solid collection, right? I played classic Metal Gear Solid, the first one, right?
Right.
Everything looks like blocks. Nobody has faces, right?
Right.
They don't have
They
faces.
don't have faces, right? I'll have to. We have a PlayStation 1 and a PlayStation 2 over there. I'll have to boot it up and let you play it, right? And I look at this game and I say, man, these graphics, oh my gosh, they're hard. But at the same time, I'm playing this game and I'm like, man, what is Snake gonna do now? Man, he got knocked out. What's happening after this? What is going on at the end of the day? I love me a good story, bro.
It's funny that you say that because the original stories were word of mouth, you know, and then they started putting stuff on walls, cave drawings, all that stuff. Those are cool too. But something that I realized, and I have two little stories to share, so I hope you guys will suffer with me.
Bear with you.
Right? Will you suffer me this? Right? Dishonored 1 to Dishonored 2. Dishonored 1 has the better story. Dishonored 2 has way better graphics, incredible gameplay features. Like you can do all sorts of stuff, sliding and slashing and sliding while slashing and jumping down and knocking people out instead of just killing people. Like all sorts of like quality of life features that you just wish they could just go remake the first game and just put all that in there so you can kind of choose a little bit more, some additional options and different powers. And it's just, the gameplay is amazing, but the story doesn't make me want to keep going back and playing it. You get stuck on a section and you're done with the game. You ever been in a game like that where you're just like, oh, I guess I didn't finish that. It's because the story wasn't gripping you at that moment and saying like, no, we got to work through this because the next part, whether it's a cutscene or environmental storytelling, is good. But so Dishonored 2 looks so much better. The art, the stylization, the visuals, all of it, it's amazing. But the story, right? And on the other side, we have, let's go back to the original Gears of War, which I played 7 years ago. Yeah. I got to it late. As much as it was kind of in that gray, piss color stuff era, the gameplay, I mean, it had a crazy art direction, just period.
Yeah.
Period.
Absolutely.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't trying to be photorealistic in that way, but it also was trying to push visuals in that of the time. But also the story, people talk about the story more than they talk about the Halo story until you start to get to like the entire like discography, not this, but the full catalog of Halo.
Right.
But then we have a different story, right? But and then also the gameplay was incredible. The mini game that to reload, which somebody might say that's an annoyance. I think it's fine. I think it's fun.
It's different.
You can cut somebody in half with your chainsaw gun. Like what? What? Like
cool.
It's probably too much for children. But I don't play that in front of my kids. Of all the games, not that one.